Hello, I'm Tamara Scott Anderson, and I'm here to invite you to come visit me during the 2024 Open Studio Tour and Sale. It will be happening here November 9th and 10th, which is a Saturday and Sunday. So during this little video, I'd like to show you around my studio and give you a little bit of background of my history. If you'd like to learn more about my techniques and my process, I'm going to encourage you to watch the 3 video links that I have listed on my artist page on the Open Studio site. And in those, I talk about 3 different techniques that I'm using while I'm creating the works that I am doing now. And if you do that, you'll hear me talk about collecting materials off the streets of downtown Tucson and out of the washes. Well, I no longer live downtown Tucson. I have since moved back into a former residence. But I am still showing my artwork down at the Tucson Gallery. This is one of their little shopping bags, which is located in the proper shops on the corner of 7th Avenue and Congress. So I hope you'll stop in there. They have some wonderful items, including gifts and art. So see my work there. Now, a little bit more about this studio. When I lived here before for 25 years, this is where I raised my daughter, I was working full-time, and this studio space was not fully dedicated to art. My husband had a portion of it for his den, my daughter had a play area, and only about a half of it was dedicated to studio space, which was not being used very often because I was working full-time. So having moved back in the last couple of months, I am so pleased to have the whole room to myself. A dear friend from the past came and visited me, and she said, Tamara, you really do deserve this studio. And I agree. So now what I'm going to do is pick up the camera and show you around this studio a little bit. Now, this is obviously my white desk where I do computer work, and I have a bulletin board for notices. I have a shelving for papers and materials. And then I have my fabric stash, which I keep in plastic bins so that I can see how I've sorted them by color and material or texture. And so I've got a good amount of space there used for that kind of storage. Then this area is actually storage for works that are being moved out for a show that will be going up in September. The Stevens Gallery at the South Point High School is hosting the Fiber Artists of Southern Arizona for our Viewpoint show. I'm excited to say that I have 9 works in the show. I've been working on a new series for about a year, and those will be on display there. I hope you'll be able to stop in and see that. Now, in addition to the wonderful studio space, you can see I have a wonderful yard and a nice little view of the Catalinas up there. And here I've got some dedicated tool storage, this wonderful counter height stainless steel table that a friend gave me. Thank you, Sue Ann. It's finally getting used to its full potential. And there's my sink. What artist does not covet a sink in their studio? I'm so excited to have that. Now this is one of my other workstations. It's a 6-foot table, and down here at this end, I'm working on a fabric collage, which is a flat piece, so I can spread out and have things close at hand, my materials. And of course, more storage. What artist doesn't need more storage in their studio? So for a number of years, I've had a rule that I cannot be working on more than 4 projects at a time because it's impossible to complete anything. And the wonderful thing about this studio is that I can have all 4 projects going at the same time and not have to put anything away when I move on to the next project. So here at this end of the table, I am working on my detritus nests, which are little container basket-like shapes that I create out of found materials. And I did start these when my materials were extensively collected downtown. Now I'm finding other areas to collect my materials. Most of it is collected off the streets, but occasionally I find something in a thrift store. And here's my bag of trash that I keep handy so that I can just work on things right here when I'm ready to use them. Now I'm going to show you the next area of my studio, which has a good amount of floor space, so I can do my Pilates, my Zoom Pilates in the mornings. And this is a display wall where normally I have the piece I'm working on, a work in progress there, so I can stare at it while I'm working on things. Here I have a bulletin board where you can see I pulled fabrics together for a color scheme. And this is where I work in my final workspace, which is my recliner. So sometimes I will do my computer work here, I'll do my needlework. You can see more storage. All my beads and threads are stored here, and very handy. Now while I have your attention, I'm going to give you some more shameless self-promotion. The Mesa Contemporary Art Museum has invited me to participate in their Mending Stories Fiber Art Show. It's an invitational, and it opens September 13th and closes January 26th. So you're up in Mesa, stop in. The Mesa Art Center is just a wonderful complex. And if you happen to be there on September 13th in the evening, I hear they put on a wonderful art reception, and there'll be a fashion show, a DJ, a no-host bar, and a wonderful time. So I hope if you're there, you'll come have a good time with me. The next thing I'm going to show you is some artwork by my guest artist that will also be here, Karen Lucas. Now, Karen Lucas is a local sustainable design artist. Karen will present a trunk show with her unique jackets and garments, her bags and pillows that are created from repurposed denim and thrifted resources. Now, Karen also has a site on the Open Studio Tour, and so you can go there and learn more about her work. But I hope you will come see us on Saturday and Sunday, November 9th and 10th. Thank you for watching.